Hi, my name is Claire McCarthy and I'm a pediatrician at Children's Hospital Boston, and I'm here to talk to you about head lice. The American Academy of Pediatrics recently put out a clinical report about head lice with important information that parents should know. They did this because they had some concerns. First, they were concerned that a lot of kids are getting diagnosed with head lice when they don't really have head lice. The only way to know that a child really has head lice is if you see a live louse. This can be hard. They're small and they're not always easy to recognize. To help, I have a picture from the Centers for Disease Control that shows just how small they are. See the penny? And here is an adult louse. This is what it looks like. There's a baby one. And this is an egg. It's stuck on a hair shaft. That's what it looks like. It looks like it comes off like a little leaf. It's also known as a nit. Now, the best place to look for live lice and nits is at the base of the neck and behind the ears. It's a little easier to see there. Now, nits are stuck on hard, and so if you can brush it off, it isn't a nit. It's probably dandruff or some other debris in the hair. But what you really want to be looking for is the live lice, because that's what tells you that a child really has head lice. The nits are laid very close to the scalp, so if you're seeing a nit half an inch or more out from the scalp, it's probably hatched and dead. And it may be that the child doesn't have any live lice on them at all. And this is part of another concern that the American Academy of Pediatrics has. A lot of kids get kicked out of school because they have nits. And maybe all they have is nits. And if most of them are farther out in the hair, they probably don't have live lice. So they really feel strongly that schools should get rid of no-nit policies and let children with nits go to school. The other thing about school that a lot of people don't realize is that it's not as easy to catch head lice as you think. They don't fly, they don't jump, and while they can live on hairbrushes and hats and things like that that sit on heads, they can only live there for a short period of time. It's really head-to-head contact that spreads head lice. And while kids do that, it's not as easy to spread through a classroom as you might think. Now, the last concern that the American Academy of Pediatrics has is that people are not treating head lice properly. They feel that they're either overdoing it, using things that are too strong and using them too frequently, or they're not treating it well enough. Here's what they recommend. They recommend 1% permethrin, not 5%, 1%, and pyrethrin. These are both widely available in drugstores. They should be put on as a cream rinse after shampooing the hair, and use a shampoo that doesn't have conditioner. Follow the package instructions carefully, and when you rinse it out over a sink and not in the tub or shower, because that way you won't get the chemicals over the rest of the body. The treatment should be repeated in 7 to 10 days, and that's important. Head lice have a lot of resistance, and sometimes you don't get them all, so it's important to repeat it. Now, one thing you can do while you're waiting for the 7 to 10 days is use a lice comb. You want to look for one like this that has metal tines that are very close together. This is the most effective for getting the nits and for catching the live lice. But the fact that they're metal and close together means that it's hard to get through the hair. So you want to wet the hair. That's better anyway. It slows down the lice, but it helps the comb go through. But just wet may not be enough. For younger kids, you can do it in the tub and put conditioner on their hair. For older kids, some detangling spray can do the trick. You really need to go through section by section, and each time you go through, check it out to see if there are any live lice or nits there. Put it in a cup of water or wipe it off. This can take a while. So if you've got a kid in the tub, you want to make sure you have some good bathtub toys. And if you've got an older kid and you're using the spray, you might want to put on a video to make sure that your kid holds still while you go through the whole process. If after the second application and with plenty of combing, you're still finding lice, talk to your pediatrician about whether a prescription treatment makes sense and to find out if you're doing everything you should be doing. But with patience and perseverance, you can get rid of head lice, and it really isn't the end of the world. Talk to your pediatrician, and good luck.